You're new to the gym and you find it all so confusing. Do this exercise. No, don't do that one anymore. Do this one. Lift heavy weights. Oh no, don't lift heavy, lift light, but do lots of them. In fact, as women, we often get told not to lift heavy because we might look bulky and instead we should just stick to lighter weights and do more reps. But when it comes down to it, what is actually best for building muscle and dropping body fat to get that toned, defined physique that you're after? In this video, I'm going to take you through the benefits and the downsides to both lifting heavy for low reps and lifting light for high reps, and give you the answer that you need so that you can successfully build that toned, sculpted body. And if you're wondering why you should listen to me, I'm a personal trainer who has spent the last 4 years working with women who are utterly fed up of yo-yo dieting, not knowing what to do in the gym, to help turn them into confident lifters who finally understand how fat loss works so that they can lose the fat and keep it off for good this time. And while you're here, I'm also giving you 4 weeks of free fat loss coaching to help you lose your first 2 to 4 kilos. You can find the link in the description below. And this will give you not only a 4-week training plan to follow that's beginner friendly so you know what to do in the gym, but it will also help you to set up your calories and your step goal so that you can start dropping body fat. Let's start off by explaining exactly what I mean when I say high reps and low reps. So high reps is typically considered anything over 12 reps. So this could be anything from 12 to 20 reps, even up to sort of 50 or 100. And on the other end of the spectrum, low reps would be anything from 1 to 6. Usually when you're doing lower reps, you'll find that you'll use a heavier weight, whereas if you're doing higher reps, you'll need to use a lower weight so that you can actually get all the reps in without failing first. When it comes down to it, the toned, defined physique that you're after is a direct result of 2 things. 1 is how much muscle you have, and 2 is how much body fat you have. Bearing in mind that muscle is going to be an important factor in you getting that toned look, how do we actually build muscle? Without getting too sciencey and absolutely boring the pants off of you, our muscles are made up of fibers, and when we strength train, these fibers break down, and when they then repair themselves and rebuild, they then get stronger. There are 2 different types of muscle fibers. So you've got fast twitch and you've got slow twitch. Slow twitch fibers are built for endurance, so they don't produce a lot of force, but they are resistant to fatigue. And fast twitch fibers are the opposite. They're built for strength. They're responsible for short, powerful movements, but they fatigue quickly. Let's take a look at the benefits and the downsides to higher reps. So remember, that's anything from 12 reps right up to potentially 100. Higher reps will still give you the capability to build muscle. They will still cause your muscles to fatigue and your muscle fibers to break down, which is what then leads to you getting stronger as they repair. High reps also mean that your muscles are under tension for a longer period of time. However, where the problem comes in is that with higher reps, it can become much harder to train to failure. It's common to find that the more reps you do, the more sloppy your form gets. Your concentration lapses, you stop paying as much attention to what you're doing because you start getting bored. And as a result of this, you're more likely to injure yourself or not get the full benefit from the exercise that you're meant to be doing. I think it's also important to point out that lower weight, higher rep ranges tend to recruit slow twitch muscle fibers, meaning that they're better suited for building endurance rather than strength and power. Now let's look at lower rep ranges. Typically, if you're doing a lower amount of reps, you're likely to be using a heavier weight, which will require you to recruit a higher percentage of muscle fibers, particularly those fast twitch ones, which gives you a higher potential for muscle growth. I'm going to try and keep this bit as simple as possible because it is a little bit sciencey, but I also think that it's important. Lifting heavier weights also forces your central nervous system to adapt through increased motor unit recruitment. And what that basically means is that it helps your body to become more efficient at producing force and therefore allows you to lift heavier weights. And this contributes to you being able to progressively overload your training. And this is really important because being able to consistently increase the load placed on your muscles over time is one of the biggest factors when it comes to increasing strength and building muscle. Now, the biggest problem that I foresee when doing lower rep ranges is that it does require you to lift heavier weights. And for example, if you're new to working out and you're just starting out at home, you might not have access to those heavier weights. And equally, if you're new to lifting weights but you are in the gym and have access to those heavier weights, you might not yet feel comfortable enough with your form to lift those heavier weights. So then, what's the answer? How many reps is right for you? As someone who's a relatively new beginner in the gym, I would actually go somewhere in the middle. To begin with, I'd aim for 8 to 12 reps, really focusing on form, picking weights that challenge you and don't feel like you can easily get to the end and you could do more. I would keep a track of what weights you're lifting and how many reps you're doing so that you can progressively overload your workouts by increasing the weights or the reps week on week. Once you've got a bit more comfortable in the gym and you're more confident with the lifts that you're doing, then I would reduce the reps down to 6 to 8 and increase the weights that you're lifting. This will enable you to keep growing muscle, which is what's going to give your body definition. Pair training like this with eating in a sensible calorie deficit, and before you know it, you will be unrecognizable. Just a couple of bits to wrap up. So there is no direct correlation between higher reps and building more muscle, nor is there a correlation between higher reps and burning more body fat. You also cannot target fat burn to a specific area by doing certain exercises. As much as there are workouts all over Instagram telling you, do this workout if you want to drop belly fat, it's impossible. While doing 100 sit-ups might feel like it's doing something for your stomach, it's going to have zero impact on dropping body fat in that area. Besides, there are much more effective exercises out there for targeting your abs. The things that you can control when it comes to your body composition are the amount of muscle that you're building through strength training and the amount of body fat that you have by eating in a controlled calorie deficit. You can be as strong as you like, but without eating in a deficit to drop the body fat, you won't reveal that definition underneath. Don't forget, to help you get started on dropping that body fat, you can grab yourself 4 free weeks of fat loss coaching in the link in the description below. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.